When I think Romulans, I think major threat. This starter set, yes, this one right here, brings them back into the fray of major threat in Star Trek Attack Wing. See, the Romulans were next generation's Russians. Cold War era, big villain, big mysterious unknown entity. You never quite know what you're gonna get. Subterfuge, cloak and dagger tactics, just this the tall SHIAR, the the plotting, the careful scheming, where it feels like they're always two steps ahead of you no matter what you do. Now, the cards in here, we'll see. We'll see if they give you that feeling. But the hope is that the Romulans fit the theme that they portray in the show. Let's get into the box and see if this faction pack with a Valdor, a Diderodix, a science vessel, and a scout vessel can line up with my personal expectations for the Romulan Empire. Alright, cool packaging here. I like this. Little flap, opens right up. There you go. Ships will get out in a second, but cardboard comes out, tray comes out, nothing underneath this time. Remember, always check underneath your trays. You never know what's going to be there. Silica gel, nice thing to throw on your windshield, helps defrost everything. Card pack, I actually feel like sturdy cards this time. And of course, your base plates, dial connectors, that's all good. Alright, let's get the ships out. That's why I speed that segment up. A little look at all of this. Hopefully the camera will focus. There we go. Nice dark green here. I like the dark green. Metallic tones. Again, good colors. Yeah, I have some really cool stuff done to some of my my Romulan ships, but these look really good stock. You cannot complain much about these, especially the Diderodix. That is one of the best Diderodix paint jobs I've seen out of the box. Custom, of course, better paintwork exists, but what you're getting mass produced, those are really nice models. So let's get into the cardboard here. Alright, same good cardboard feel as the starter set. And these are the tokens you get. You get a bunch of shields, no action tokens. That's okay. And looks like a token for interphase, and captain tokens, and one more character token. And that is that. So, and of course, there goes a base plate flying out. So that's going to happen. We'll punch those later. So, we'll do the same thing we've been doing with all of these cards. 3 piles. The great, the medium, the bad. and we'll just go in the order that these cards appear in the package. I do have to say, these lot thicker cards. Let's get a maneuver card so I don't look like a total monster. Maneuver card to flex. Lot harder to bend. This is like the same pressure I was applying to the nebula. I've got to add in an extra finger to get that bent, and even then it wants to snap back in place. So, yeah, lots better there. Who knows why the first printing was off, but it was off. Or the starter sets were all off. But that's life, unfortunately. So, Jarok's Scout Vessel, or Jarok's. It's a 1322 12-point crew weapon tech. Now, let's see, the Scout Vessel was 16 points, so this is 4-point savings, but that's a big difference. That's 75% of what it cost. And activation phase, place 2 time tokens on this card and target a friendly Romulan ship within range 1. The target ship may perform an action as a free action. I really like that. That's essentially every other turn you get to do a bonus action. That is fantastic. Alright, Captain Tomalak. Skill 8, finally. That's a Tomalak we have needed for a long time. 5 points, justified. Add 1 tech upgrade to this ship's upgrade bar. When attacking, the ship may reroll 1 attack die for each tech upgrade equipped to it. I'm on board. I think he's good. Ooh, Romulans that need tech. I'm struggling because I want to put him here just because he's a Tomalak. I think in the grand scheme he's here. If you play faction peer or even ship peer, he goes here. But in mixed, I think he sits here. This is definitely one of the better captains for adding a tech slot because he's got a great ability. But yeah, I like him. I like him a lot there, though. Alright, interface generator. This is now 1 per ship, and when defending after all dice have been rolled, if the ship is cloaked, discard this card, cancel the attack. This ship suffers 1 hit. Considering this is how interface should have been all along, this is still going to be played a lot, and that's that. Missions. So this comes with missions. I'm going to put missions here. I'm not in a position to grade the missions yet. I haven't played them, and I haven't had any exposure to it. So hopefully more on that coming. But yeah, Tall SHIAR. Elite talent 2 points. I like 2 point elite talents. Romulan ship, Romulan captain. After all ships have chosen their maneuvers, discard this card, target an opposing ship at range 1 to 3. Look at the target ship's maneuver dial. Place a battle station token beside this ship. This ship cannot perform battle station action this game round. I like it. It's a solid ability. Knowing some maneuvers ahead, that's good. You can't change your maneuvers, but maybe you get extra maneuverability. Yeah, a good card, not a great card, but a good card. Romulan Starship, this is a generic scout. It's 9 points, you only get a weapon slot, but it's a 1321, and that used to cost 14 points. So, yeah, that's a huge savings. It's good. I mean, 3 defense dice, 7 if you're cloaked, and boy, hard not to like that. I think for me, it's here. It's probably more of a B card than an A card. It may even find its way here ultimately, but it's still good. This is going to see play here. Alright, Mirok. 3 skill captain, costs you 2 points. You better be good for 2 points. Action, place a scan token beside this ship. If the ship is a Romulan ship, it may perform an action on its action bar as a free action. Okay, essentially he's a free action, a free scan action, and that's okay. Romulans have a tiny bit of scan synergy. If nothing else, they don't really have a lot of ships with scan, so yeah, he's definitely okay. I can't rate him any better than Tomalak, but yeah, he's up there. He's got some stuff going on. Alright, Auxiliary Power Core. 1 per ship, hull 4+, and I think you have to have 2 or more Romulan ships? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what that bottom symbol is. For reference, all of this stuff is on page 20. If this card is equipped to a ship that doesn't match the faction, it costs an additional points. So, plus 2 points if not on a Romulan ship. That makes sense. So basically, you're running this on a Romulan ship, if you're running it. When this card has 2 or more Aux Power tokens on it, discard it. When an Aux Power token would be placed beside this ship, place that Aux Power token on this card instead. So it's a means of mitigating things. I can see some use on this on the Scimitar, the proper named Scimitar, because then you can still do your come-abouts, you can keep cloaked. Maybe the DISRUPTOR back up a couple of times. It's got some flexibility. I don't think it's super good, like, high-level tournament, but there's something there. Alright. We've got another mission card. Always good stuff there. We've got another elite talent here. Strike from the Shadows. See, I keep drawing these cards and it feels like 2, but it's really only 1. That tells you it's really good card stock. When attacking, if this ship is cloaked, discard this card. Flip this ship's cloak token to its green side. So it's a one-time keep cloaked. There's no downside to it, except it's only one time. A lot of the other cards make you take an Ox, disable the card. They're tech. This is a talent. Typically you have more talent slots rather than Ox slots. Or tech slots. Sometimes you really don't have the action or the ability to have Ox power. Jeez, I don't rate it. I think if it had 2 uses, I don't know how you do 2 uses, but if it had 2 uses, that would do it for me. So twice per game, and you mark it somehow that you've used it once. But yeah, only once, that kills it for me. Alright, Mirok's Science Vessel. This is good stuff. So it's obviously a science vessel. It's a 1/2/2/2 crew tech. Yes, science vessels don't get weapons. They can now that they have a crew slot. Sakona. For 10 points. Action. Target a friendly ship within range 1 to 2. Repair 1 shield or 1 hole on the target ship. Great support. Like, absolutely great support there. I'm sold on this. I'm more sold on the generic, but I am sold on this as a very interesting Romulan card. Speaking of very interesting Romulan cards, the Romulan captain. Yes, non-unique. Our second, I believe, non-unique captain to go with Alpha Hirogen. And this one is about as good. When defending, if the ship is cloaked, flip its cloak token to its red side. The attacking ship rolls -2 attack dice. So you only get to do that once per turn. You're attacking really late because you're skill 3. And then you might as well fire because your cloak's already going away at the end of the round anyways. So, yeah, you're good. I rate that. Outside of the low skill, that's a fantastic ability. If that was on a high skill captain, people would be going crazy over it. As it is, it's playable. Very playable. Very annoyingly playable. It's part of that thorn in my opponent's side game. Alright, the reinforced shields. These are 1 per ship, whole 5 or more. When this ship suffers 3 or more damage from a single attack, repair 1 shield. It's got some play. It's a 1-point tech card. What do you truly expect? I don't like suffering 3 or more damage from an attack, but getting a nice passive benefit on my Scimitar, my Dideritics, my Valdor class ships, it's okay. It's okay. If I have that 1-point filler that I need, and I have got the ship available for it, this will do some work. Maybe I put it on a Borg ship. Yeah, it's 2 points at that point. But maybe I do it there. I don't know. Here we've got another mission, the Attack on Founder's Homeworld. Boy, do I want to play that, because I love that episode of Deep Space Nine. I don't think I have to say spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything that happens in the episode, but... yeah, here's a weapon, forward disruptor banks. If this ship performed a 2-bank or 3-bank this round, this ship rolls +1 attack die this game round. Hello, Valdor, like proper named Valdor, that's +2 attack dice because the 2 banks are green. Yeah, this is a really interesting weapon because it's not a weapon you fire. It's a weapon that gives you quantity of dice. I find the card interesting. I don't find it great. I don't hate it. I find it middling. I find it usable. I don't know that I'd ever use it. I think it ends up over here not because it's bad, but because it's just I want it to be even better, maybe cheaper. I think I want the card to be cheaper. 3 points for that is a lot. It opens up possibilities, but it's like I actually feel like we're at a point where weapon slots are limited, and that becomes something that I don't know if I can afford it. I didn't ever think I'd be able to say that. Alright, generic science vessel, 1221, crew slot, 6 points. Yeah, 6 points for a ship. We've got a new cheap ship. 6 points. Yeah. Oh, that A, it hurts. B, it is gonna see play. Anytime you've got a cheap ship, it's gonna see play. But yeah, just to have a piece on the board that you can get a captain and a couple of upgrades on it, because the captain could bring a slot, your crew could bring a slot, you can bring a card that doesn't take a slot, you can get a couple of upgrades on it for like 20 points, 18 points, 15 points even. It can become scary at that point. Alright, our Tal Shiar sub-commander. That's a bit of a mouthful, but I like having Tal Shiar stuff in this game. When attacking, if this ship has an evade token beside it, this ship may convert one of the defending ship's evades into a blank. So, by you evading, you get to make them not evade. And that's really fun. You know, I've been trying to evade a little bit more, be a little more defensive, survive a little bit more, and in doing so, it helps. Because if you're not hyper punchy, you know, rolling like 6 dice with perfect quality, 7 dice with perfect quality, or really good quality, you need to survive more so you can keep inflicting damage. This stops your opponent from surviving. Now, granted, then you're spending your action to evade. But if you've got a bonus action, there's some things here. This sub-commander opens up some strategies. So, we've got a Valdor maneuver dial, we've got the rest of the mission card, and now we've got disruptor beams. Now, I like disruptor beams, the old disruptor beams. Here's new disruptor beams. 5 dice, range 1 to 3, 5-point weapon, attack, place 3 time tokens on this card, target an opposing ship. For each hit or crit the defending ship suffers, roll 1 attack die. If you roll at least 1 hit or crit, the defending ship suffers an additional hit. Basically, nothing's changed, except now we've got the time token version instead of the disable version. It's nice to have both. So, I'm totally sold on these. These are good to go. They sit here. I guess they sit here. They're very playable. They work. And, yeah. Again, I don't have a ton to say about them. They're just good weapons. You've seen Craig build with them. You've seen me build with them. They're not any better or worse at this point. They're here. They're the same cost, and if they were any cheaper, boy, they'd be scary. Alright, our named Dideritics is the PWB Tomal. 3264, nothing changes on the stat line. Crew, double weapon, double tech. Yeah, a Dideritics with double tech. I think we've had one before. Now we get another one. This one's cheaper, 29 points. Good. 1 point savings. The Dideritics didn't need a ton of discounts, but it just a little bit. We're good. We're good. When attacking, if this ship is cloaked, place an Ox power token beside it. Disable up to 2 shields on the defending ship. So, yeah, you know those things that you thought would keep you alive? Now they're not there. Surprise! Happy birthday to you! Wait, no, happy birthday to me. Maybe happy Arbor Day. No, wait, that's the wrong franchise. Anyways, Dideritics over here. We're good to go. Yeah. Surprisingly, we're like halfway through. Romulan Medical Team. 3-point crew. Action. Discard this card. Target a friendly ship at range 1 to 2. Remove 1 disable token from all crew upgrades equipped to the target ship. Yeah. This works. This works quite nicely. Again, it takes the right synergy. It takes a lot of crew slots. Romulans don't have tons of crew slots. But it's a good card. It's a very good card, very playable card. Just, you got to build towards it. And again, things that sit in the middle are very usable. They just become the more niche applications and things that you really have to work for. Alright, Okra. 1-point crew. Activation phase. Discard this card. This ship activates last this game round. That has a place. That definitely has a place, right? There are situations where you want to pull the surprise and you want to say, no, no, I'm moving last. Maybe you know your opponent's maneuver dial. It combos with SHIAR. And you say, I want you to be there, and then I'll deal with you last. So there's that application. I like that. All right, Our Valdor, the IRW Saran, 28 points, double crew weapon tech, a Valdor with a tech slot. It's only like 2 years late. Combat phase. After the ship attacks, the ship may perform a 2 bank. Bank? Turn? Bank. Almost certain that's the bank. Yeah. Either way, left or right. And yeah, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. I'm on board with that. Attack early. Get the heck out of dodge. Mess your opponent's attacks up. More so, I'm on board with the 28 Valdor. That's fun. Do I actually want it there? I think I want it here. The discount on the Valdor is novel. The turns are novel, but what the Tomal actually does is legitimately good. All right, our generic Diderodix, which is like half Galaxy, half Diderodix, but I digress. 3263 crew weapon double tech. Oh, thank you for keeping the double tech. That's fantastic. More importantly, 25 points. I'm just gonna leave this over here, and if you have questions, let me know. If you have any questions about the rating of the Diderodix, comment below, because yeah, the Diderodix is a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Learn to fly the Diderodix. Also, I have a tournament video from the 2015-16 boosters about the Diderodix flying. I can link you to, and that will tell you a lot about how those fly one-on-one. So, yeah, that's totally a thing. All right, additional weapons array. This is a Diderodix, only 1 per ship. When attacking, the ship rolls +1 attack die. Why you have to pay 3 points? I guess it's the Romulan penalty. Plus, Diderodix are cheaper, so I guess you got to pay more for stuff. This combos with Type 8 phasers if you go off faction. It's all right. The Diderodix do need a little bit more of a punch, so there you go. Diderodix maneuver dial, because we've been talking about it, here's why it's good. 2 and 3 hard turns are white, and it's got the 2 reverse. Again, come about reverse, it's been debated. I'll probably do a video on my thoughts on that. They both have their merits. It's more you've got the full range of the 2 and the 3. You don't take a lot of red, and there's huge flexibility here. So that's why I like it. Alright, Param, because it wouldn't be a Romulan set without Param and Bokra. 1 point crew. Unique, proper, of course. Planning phase. Discard this card and target a friendly ship. Tech upgrades equipped to the target ship cannot be affected by opposing effects this game round. That's really cool. It prevents forced discards, disables, time tokens, all that good stuff. And the discard when your opponent might do nothing, might have planned on doing nothing, might be completely out of range. That's rough. But hey, that's the price you pay for a 1 point card. Alright, Romulan Starship. Valdor class. They all say Romulan Starship. 4262 double crew weapon. We lost the tech, and in losing the tech, we lose the rating. Yeah, if the generic had kept the tech, I would have been very, very happy with it. As it is, bad things happen. Alright, Aladar Jarok. Skill 6 captain, 5 points. 5 points? 5 points, jeez. Better be really good for 5 points. Activation phase. After an opposing ship moves, but before its perform action step, target that ship and place 2 time tokens on this card. That's all at range 1 to 2. Choose an action on the target ship's action bar other than regenerate. The target ship must perform the chosen action during its perform action step. Yeah, that's a thing. You can make them target lock when they already have a target lock, so it's wasted. Question becomes, can you make them target lock if they don't have a legal ship to target lock, meaning all of your ships are cloaked and have been cloaked? I would hope not, because I feel like that really breaks the spirit of being able to perform a legal action. Other than that, every other action is legal, right? Scan, battle station, evade. Don't make them evade. Don't give them battle station. Make them scan at worst. That just takes away a defense die. Life could be worse. But yeah, he's pretty good. You can do it every. You can perform Jarek's action every other round, and that could be really devastating. I think it's one of those things that sounds a lot better on paper. I think it can be a lot of fun if you're playing starters or faction pack versus faction pack. I think that will definitely be a thing. But as for his overall utility, I don't see it. All right, our second to last card, Quantum Stasis Module. This is a 3-point unique tech. Activation phase. Discard this card. Target a captain or crew upgrade equipped to an opposing ship at range 1 to 2. The target captain or crew upgrade cannot perform actions this game round. That'll do some work. But I don't like the fact that it's 3 points for a once per round, or once per game, 1 round only, and essentially neutralize a captain or crew, a persona. And they can just choose to perform a different action. This isn't even as they're trying to perform the action, you're taking them out. It's just they can do something else, right? A classic example would be if they had Sulu on their ship. You have to announce this at the start of the activation phase, so then they know that they don't have Sulu, and they can just take an evade, or they can go offensive. I don't think that they've lost anything by knowing ahead of time that they don't have a crew. And then our last card is Romulan Spy. 2-point crew. At the start of the game, target all friendly Romulan ships at range 1. Place a cloak token on the base of all target ships. Do you like starting the game cloaked? Because I do. That saves me a round. I can get sensor echoing to begin with, and that opens up so many possibilities. Because then I can place my stuff I'll probably be placing before my opponent, and then I can get echoing out of their position that they expect me to be in. That is the subterfuge that I expect out of a Romulan Spy. That's a fantastic card, especially for 1 point. All right, so the recap. In the really good pile, we've got the Romulan Spy, the generic Dideridix, our named Dideridix, Disruptor Beams, our generic Science Vessel, our Romulan Captain, our named Romulan Science Vessel, our generic Scout, our Interface Generator, and our named Scout. Pretty good assortment there. In our very usable pile here, Aladar Jarok, Param, additional weapons array, the Suron, that's the Valdor, class. Bulkra, Romulan Medical Team, Tal Shiar Subcommander, Reinforced Shields, Auxiliary Power Corps, Mirok, Tal Shiar, and Captain Tomalak. Essentially, those are the cards. If you play them in a tournament, I'm not shocked to see them. These are the cards that if you play them in a tournament, I'm really questioning what's going on. And that is Quantum Stasis Module, the generic Valdor. For Disruptor Banks, I'm not shocked, I'm just kind of questioning if you can do life better. And Strike from the Shadows, that's really a questionable card there. Yeah, so cool looking missions, and of course the maneuver cards. That's what's in the set. I really think this is value for money. And I do have to confess that I liked it so much, I bought two. But I bought a second one. Bottom one, there's a Dominion one. So we'll have that video up shortly. By the time you're seeing this, should be later this week. I won't say tomorrow because I get in trouble when I say stuff like that. Alright, so that's the Romulan faction pack. In my mind, lives up to the subterfuge. Romulans are back. They are going to be a new player in this game. I don't know if they were ever truly gone. In my mind, they were hanging by the thread of the Scimitar and the Riemann Warbird. Because if you weren't running those, you probably weren't playing much Romulans. You had to get play out of those ships. Now, you've got a Dideradix, you've got Scout, you've got Science Vessel, you've got some more options. And as I've been known to say, options are a good thing in this game. So on that note, I'll leave you. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.